If I want to talk with my rib, I don't want my rib falling off. That's fall off the bone.
Okay. All right, here we go. Fall off the bone rib, baby. We weren't lying. This is fantastic stuff. This is the ABR Roadshow. I'm Danielle DeTomo, and today we are in Excelsior Springs, Missouri at Wabash BBQ. They have been in the community since 1997, and they are always smoking something good here. They have award-winning barbecue. You already know I'm ready to learn about the restaurant and try the food. Let's get started in the smokehouse. Getting things started in the smokehouse with smoker extraordinaire Charlie right here with me. All right, Charlie, I am so ready for the food we are going to try today. What's the first thing you are going to make for us?
I'm gonna let you try the baby back ribs that we make here at Wabash.
Sounds amazing. Take me through how these ribs are made.
Well, it starts at about 4 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
Well, first, we build our fire. It's always the first step to any cook. You don't get started until your fire is going. Then we'll pull our raw ribs out of the walk-in, open them up, pull the membrane off, which is referred to as ripping the ribs, and then we'll rub them down with our proprietary rub. And as soon as the smoker says it's ready, we'll pop the doors open and throw the ribs on there. It takes about an hour and a half, 2 hours. They'll get color to them that we like, and then we'll wrap them in aluminum foil. Let them cook for another couple hours, 2.5 to 3 hours, and then we get to 208 and they're done. It's happy time.
Can we get some out of the smoker?
Yep, let's get some. Yeah.
All right, well, I'm ready. I'm ready to try a rib.
These are the baby back ribs again, and they are done, so.
Fall off the bone.
You can get rid of that part. That's how they like them here. So me personally, I like my ribs a little tighter. If I want to talk with my rib, I don't want my rib falling off. That's fall off the bone. But that's what our customers expect. That's what they've been doing from day one, so I cook them the way they want them. Would you like to try one?
I would, and y'all know what time it is, okay?
There you go.
Let me show you. It's taste time. Cheers. All right, here we go. Fall off the bone rib, baby. We weren't lying. Oh my gosh, that is fantastic. How they use the wood to cook it. The dry rub, that unfortunately is a secret, and I can't find out the secret, even though I'm really gonna try to get the secret today. This is fantastic stuff.
Thank you.
Baby back ribs. Thank you so much. We're gonna go meet the owners.
All right.
Joined now with the owner, Jim. Really glad to be here at your restaurant today because you have had this restaurant since, is it 1997?
97, long time, yeah.
A long time. So there's obviously a reason that you've been around for this long. So I'm very curious to know, Jim, how did this all start for you? How'd you end up doing barbecue for a living?
Well, long story short, I had a buddy that was in the barbecue business when I was doing the auction gig, and when I was off the road, I'd hang out there, and I thought it was pretty cool. And our director of the Chamber of Commerce said, well, Jim, you ought to go down and look at the old dairy building, which originally was the Wabash Train Station when it was built. And in my lifetime, it was the dairy. And I did milk and had hamburgers and ice cream. And I said, well, all right, okay, I'll go look. I came down, the poor place was just about to fall in. And
Oh no.
I loved it. It was so cool. It was so cool. The history was so cool. And I was like, yeah, so I made an offer and bought it. So I brought my wife down here after work one day, and I said, baby, check it out. I said, we can make this room non-smoky, and we could do a kitchen in the middle, and then this side we could get a bar or something and put the bar side on this side, and out here we could smoke meat. She goes, well, I hope you don't expect me to have anything to do with the barbecue restaurant. I said, no, baby, I got it. I want to do this. And about 2 weeks before we opened, I said, baby, we're cash and carry. I got to have somebody I trust to put the money in the bank and write checks for a month or two. Well, I'll help you. I'll get started. Thank you. And here we are 28 years later, and she still writes the checks, and she still puts the money in the bank.
That's still what she does.
Yeah, that's still what she does. And it's her baby. It's been her baby.
Yeah.
day one.
Yeah, you both like truly love this place. This is part of who you are. And then of course, you know, like, I guess, I don't know, did I say right across the street? Is this just right over there is the smokehouse, which we were just in. And as far as like, you know, your smokers, cooking with wood, can you kind of just give me a little background and all that?
I decided that I didn't want to cook on a rotisserie, or I wanted to cook on wood, and I wanted to come up through the meat and then out the sides. And so, not knowing much of all about smoking, building a big smoker, I created a design, had my buddies that were welders weld it up for me, and that was the original design. It worked great.
Well, obviously you're doing it the right way, because you've been in a bunch of competitions. There's like ribbons and trophies all around this restaurant, and you even told me you have like an office full of them as well.
Yeah.
So share some of that, just the stuff you've really been recognized for.
Oh gosh, we've been very fortunate to get to be part of the barbecue circuit and get to know a lot of those people. And we started a fundraiser 23 years ago. I think this is our 24th year in Excelsior as a barbecue contest. The very first American Roll, we took 4th place in chicken. I thought, oh, wow, this is gonna be easy. Well, it's not. There's a lot of great guys out there on the competition. And it's kind of like a brotherhood. I mean, sisterhood. I mean, there's just a whole bunch of good people. We call it our barbecue family when we're on the road, and we all know each other. But our barbecue contest here in Excelsior, we've been able to raise over $250,000 of money for local. We've always pumped it in local. We built playgrounds, skate parks. We've given med bed gator to the fire department. We gave a gator to the police department. We've helped a local museum, with their rehabilitation of their museum, the local community theater. And so we've used that locally, and that's been our deal that we gave back to the city with.
Okay, so you're being involved with other local businesses.
Right.
Oh.
Right, and they sponsor, but then the teams come in from all over the town for the competition.
Mm-hmm. We got some stuff on the table for me. Let's talk about what we have here. Let's start with this, because these are looking real nice.
These are our burn-ins. We make those from the points of a brisket. So if you got a big brisket, you have the point, and you have what they call the flat, and there's a big slice of fat that goes in between the two of them, and we separate that off and cook the points. They have more marbling, they have more fat in them. We had a judge one time tell us on our burn-ins that she tasted a little piece of fat in the burn-in, and we're like, right.
That's lactose too, but that's not a bad thing, right?
Fat is what brings the flavor to the meat, and that separates, a ribeye from a Kansas City strip. It's all about the marbling, and that fat's what puts the flavor into it, and so that's why the burn-ins are made out of the point.
That's really good, because as you were talking about the fat, that's exactly what I was tasting in the moment, but yeah.
But you didn't want to spit it out, did you?
No, I wanted to continue chewing it.
A lot of people judge you on your burn-ins.
That's what
People will say, hey, I know everybody can cook ribs and everybody can cook chickens, but how's your burn-ins?
And then they know, are you the real deal? And
Yeah.
Obviously, obviously, like.
Yeah, I'll rival Texas with those.
But I gotta try the mushrooms too. Tell me about these. What makes these just such a hit here at your restaurant?
Well, we'll go back to Bob again.
Okay.
I told Bob I wanted some mushrooms that you didn't come off the truck and you bit into them and didn't run down your chin. He went back and chop, put them in the fryer, came back out. He goes, what do you think of those? I said, oh my gosh, that's perfect. It's exactly what we need.
These are really good. Like, I can see why people are, the breading on it, like.
Yeah, and it's so simple. They're just so simple.
They honestly, like.
And I've had people, I've told them how we do it, and they try to make them at home. They say, these don't turn out the same.
I could possibly finish that whole basket. Fun fact about Jim, you are auctioneer. As we end this lovely interview, I want you to auctioneer as much as you can in your menu.
This is an interesting fact you probably don't know. Auctioneers, call them colonels, right? I never called myself colonel because I thought that was the inside of a nut, and I'm already a nut anyway, so I didn't want to do that. But so at the end of the Civil War, the colonels were in charge of selling all the cannons and all the extra artillery and guns that they had. And so that's why then the auctioneers became colonels. I always thought that was interesting.
That is a really interesting story. I've never heard that till literally just now. Talk about what you sell on your menu. Sell it to me in your auctioneer voice. Ready, set, do it.
All right, guys, here we go. What do you want to give here? I got a fireman's favorite right here. Got a half pound of tender, well done brisket chunks right here. And what do you want to give for it? And here, give me $5 here. Do you want 7.5? And I want 7.5. And $10 here. Do you want 12.5? And I want 15, 17.5. And 20 here. You know, my 22.5. And now 25. You're paying too much. And 27.5. And now $30 here. You know, my 30. I told it over here. 27.50 to the camera guy. Right here.
This is Wabash BBQ right here in Excelsior Springs, Missouri. I definitely know why the burnt ends are a favorite here after trying them today. Very tasty, and Jim, the owner, is such a hoot. Come here and hang out with him because they are one of America's best restaurants. And for the ABR Roadshow, I'm Danielle DeTomo. I'll see y'all next time.